everybody, welcome to your daily reading. Today's reading is for November, what is today? I always forget to look. Today is for Saturday. Oh my gosh, alright, hold on, let me check. Okay, let's try this again. Hi everybody, welcome to your daily reading. Today's reading is for Saturday, November 29th, 2019. You guys might have noticed that I was gone the last 2 days probably, just trying to take some holiday time, whatnot. Anyway, so today's message, jumping right in, speaks to us about, I guess, space and change. When I say space, I mean such as creating the space for things, better things in our lives. So the first card that's here says prosperity lies ahead. Ta-da! He's cute. Prosperity lies ahead, and right under it, actually, it says a new start is coming. So whatever, I feel like this card wants to come out as a commentary on January. Because I gotta be honest, I'm getting kind of a little bit of a December feeling here. So I know this is a daily reading, but it's so funny because as I saw this card, it's like I'm thinking January, but to be honest, the words November and December keep coming out. And maybe that's the reason, that's why I'm like stumbling over my words. Maybe the reason why is because this is going to culminate in the month of January. Either way, it says a new start is coming, and if I remember, I'll pull some cards to place on this energy here a little bit later. But prosperity lies ahead is what they're saying. So they're recognizing a cycle that's been going on for, I'm feeling, about 3 months. So definitely starting in November, going to January. So what cycle is it? I would say that there are 3 mini cycles, the monthly cycles, but 3 mini cycles within a larger cycle of creating space so that you can receive. Excuse me. So we're going to start from the right side this time, and we're going to go left. So first of all, I'm seeing that God is saying today, what do you need to release, right? At the same time, we're seeing this card that says a time to give rather than take. So looking at the card on the left where it says a time to give rather than take, it's almost like it's your time, right? It's almost like, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of you have been in a cycle where it's weird because this almost seems like somebody has been over giving, right? So maybe some of you may find that you have been the one who's been over giving in a connection, or just maybe some things have been seeming to slip through the cracks with you. Maybe money keeps flowing out of your hands. Maybe you're losing things, like you're like, oh my god, where's my wallet now? Or oh, I left my shoe and I have 2 wrong socks on, or just something where there's this outward movement and it's almost like too much, it seems. But this card says a time to give rather than take, and it's emphasized, and it's founded upon this card that says, what do you need to release? So it's emphasizing that even though those things have been happening to you, maybe you're overgiving in a relationship, or you're literally losing things, or having to pay up or whatnot, this is more about needing to create space in your life. And so I have to be honest, I don't feel that if you're losing a lot of money, like, oh, so many bills are popping up, or my car just broke down and I'm leaking water. I mean, yeah, water everywhere. Somebody has a flood somewhere. that counts as well. Or if you're like always the giver in a connection, that's giving in another sense, okay? This is more about, it's time to give up things in order to release them, because I feel like this is very important. It's about making space, and I think that this may have started the beginnings of this giving up of things, releasing things. For some of you may have started as early as very, 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 very late October, maybe like October 28, 29, 30, 31. So we're thinking November really, but maybe a few of you late October. Maybe you may have lost a relationship, or you just noticed things were having this mass exodus, whatever it is. Now, it's been full swing in the month of November, though, I can tell you that. A lot of you are being asked to release something from your life. I'm seeing that this is because you're undertaking a sacred journey. Thank you, Spirit. Myself included, guys. So I'm losing stuff here too. But they're saying sacred journey, and they want me to show you this card. Amen. What do you need to release? Notice this. It's almost like you're over here somewhere and you're like, in that silent night. The only thing you're hearing is your foot crunch, or your feet crunching the snow that's hardened by the cold itself, right? It's still snow, but it's hard, so it's like snow ice, and you're crunching your way down this never-ending path, right? We don't know what's beyond the trees. Perhaps some kind of home somewhere where you can warm up, or who knows, a passing vehicle may come by and give you a ride. We don't know, but for right now, you're being asked to release. And so for some of you, your release is going to come, like the big release. We're all releasing big. It might come in December, right? Might come in December. But for whatever it's worth, guys, in January is going, see, I keep wanting to say in November, so maybe November for somebody, there was a new start, right? But you may be having new starts all over. If you've already released that thing, that's another possibility. If you've already released that thing, maybe in the end of October, maybe in November, your new start is starting, right? It's possible. But what lies after your new start, guys, whether it's in November, December, or January, is prosperity. That lies ahead of it, and that's a beautiful thing. But I'm seeing that we can't even know what the prosperity is as yet. I'm feeling that it might be of an energetic kind, in that it's going to be coming in like a front almost, in the month of November. Oh my God. Okay, see, guys, I keep saying November. Listen, I can't. Listen, if November is registering for you guys, whoever it is, take it, because I swear I keep wanting to say, oh my God, I wanted to say January and the word December almost came out. Okay, I want to say January, right? So for some of you, this is in January. Maybe even me, maybe mine is in January, God bless. But Spirit is saying, for some of you, it's November this month, that the new start has happened and the prosperity lies ahead. And for some of you, it might be December, right? And I'm noticing are touching this card. It says surrender now. For those of you for whom it's December, you're going to be asked to surrender something now. Your prosperity lies in December. I just released something, actually, to be honest. So for me, my prosperity might be in December, or January. It all depends on when you guys are able to let in, right? The words, listen, I feel like I'm trying to talk and everything else is coming out. I wanted to say once you've released, but they're also saying once you've created this space for yourself, then it's starting. So this is a cycle, basically, a cycle of release, whenever that is for you guys. And then a new start, God bless, that follows the release. And after the release comes the prosperity. It's funny because, as I said, the release, I'm being guided to say, I don't know if you guys, some of you I'm sure know Tekashi 69, the rapper, the embattled rapper. He's just caught up in a lot of stuff right now. And for some reason, I have a little bit of a soft spot for him, even though my ripe old age of 37 looks at him and says, you are just being a knucklehead right now and getting into stuff, right? But, everyone has their spiritual path, God bless. But his release, I think some of you guys, if you follow him or you follow hip-hop news or whatnot, you may have seen that he's not in a good place as far as legal troubles, as far as personal safety and whatnot. There are just a lot of people who don't want him around anymore, and he's done a lot of things and whatnot. However, that being said, he was just recently, one of his cases was just thrown out recently, and so it's funny, his mind, he popped right into my mind the minute I just said release, and so I just wanted to acknowledge that, because maybe that's going to be helpful for someone listening or just whatnot. But yeah, let me take a sip. Orange juice. Definitely thirsty. All right, so anywho, So a new start is coming, and it looks like different cycles for a lot of you guys. I'm also getting suitcases. So somebody, they're saying to pack your suitcases, it's time to go. Oh, yeah, this is probably for all of us. But for somebody out there, that was very physical. It's figurative, they're saying. Maybe for someone it's out there, it's physical as well. If it resonates with you, it's for you. But there's definitely a pack your suitcases, it's time to go situation that's out here for a lot of you listeners. For a lot of you listeners, it's also, and it's almost like, and they're showing me a squirrel spirit who looks like he's packing, right? And they're showing me, it's almost like I said, pack your suitcases. Well, they said it, right? Pack your suitcases. And they showed you, in my mind, closing the suitcase, but then it's like they're pointing to the suitcase and they're making you open it and take out that photograph of that person that you're leaving, okay? When they say pack your suitcases, they mean pack your suitcases and do not take any more memorabilia. This is a clean sweep, they're saying. So I'm same here. Like, I'm trying to talk myself, like, maybe it's not okay. They're saying let this person go, maybe like later in the year, maybe like 2 years from now, he'll be back. They're like clean sweep. So take the picture off the wall, take all that stuff you're trying to take, that one necklace you're trying to save in that backpack that you're packing, right? And take it out, because this is a clean sweep. This is about releasing something, giving up something that you know you have to give up. And once you give it up, just stop thinking about it. Don't turn back. Don't collect $200, don't pass go, none of that, all right? Just don't do it. Now, the next thing that they're taking us to is this cute little rabbit spirit card. Super cute. Let's all look together. Ta-da! Has a very October feel to this one, actually, but it's saying, right, I'm reading it for now. Now is a lucky time is what they're saying. And right underneath that is cute little swan spirit. Time for a deep dive. I have to admit, when I first saw this card tonight, I could have sworn I saw time for a deep love. So maybe for somebody, there's your actions of clearing out, the clean sweep though, your actions of clearing out, and look how Bunny's mouth is covered, right? So clearing out and no longer having communication with this past person, this ex, this whatever, maybe this is what you need to truly allow yourself to really attract somebody who's better and who's more suited for you. Now, I'm getting a very Indian vibe here. There's somebody who is going to be meeting somebody on this call at whatever time you're watching it, who is going to be meeting an Indian person, a person of Indian heritage. It may be a man from India, or it could be a female, but it really feels like a male energy that you may meet from India. He's very modern. He likes sleek design. You might, for example, in his kitchen, I feel like he wears glasses, by the way. He could wear contacts every now and then, but he looks nice in glasses, and he might enjoy wearing black glasses. Maybe tortoise shell glasses. I feel like if you were to see his kitchen, it would be modern. It would be black, sleek, like that kind of thing. He would be the kind to have, what do you call it, a stove, a glass top stove or whatnot, the electric stove with like a glass top on it, so not a gas one. He's just more modern. He's very modern, so he might have black and silver throughout his house. Kind of seems like a mature bachelor home, not a bachelor pad. Gross. Sorry. Bitter much, Jonelle? No. But more like a mature man. With a bachelor home. And a bachelor home, I'm saying bachelor because he doesn't have, it doesn't mean he's a player or anything, it just means he's single. He's very single. And so in his home, you'll see single stuff. Like, you won't see pictures of him and girlfriends or anything like that. It's just a man who's single. So that's for somebody there, and he does seem to be quite prosperous, I'll say that. Let me take a little sip. Yeah, so that's somebody there. Yeah, so anyways, but it's not just, I mean, obviously that was a specific case for somebody, but I'm definitely seeing that for some of you, yeah, it's about time to attract somebody more your speed is what Spirit is saying. So it's like, imagine you were staying stuck around at number 49, for example, with somebody. And once you do that clean sweep and let go of that person, and you really even take away the pictures and stop the communication, all of that, you'll attract somebody who's more like a 60. You see how it's like, it's a full jump, you know? And so I think that you'll be much happier. That's what I'm seeing. Alrighties, let me go grab some orange juice. And the back. Okay, so next card that they're showing here is Squirrel Spirit again. Love him. I'm getting a doctor feel. There's a doctor here. I don't feel that this doctor is watching this call. So somebody here who is watching this, doesn't have to be in the month of November 2019 that you're watching this. It could be any time, but I'm feeling that there's a doctor that is in your midst. I think this doctor comes across as very busy. When I feel doctor, I feel like a surgeon of some sort, medical surgeon. And I feel that, so if he's been away for a while, or if he hasn't been answering calls or showing interest or just whatnot, I think this person is just very much occupied, like mentally occupied. And I think they've been overworking. They're just very busy. They might even be involved in some type of charity or publication. If they're involved in a charity, it's going to be something that they give some of their time to. It's not like they're going to be on the charity staff and this and that, and this their primary amount of time is spent there. No, they might lend their name to it, maybe have connections that help to get it set up. But if they're working on a publication, that's something that they would actually put a lot more time into it, because maybe they're writing something that will be later be published for a medical journal or something. But there's a doctor here. I do feel that it's a male energy, and maybe biologically male as well. But I feel that, I guess this is coming through to let you know that this person is, kind of busy. So that's what I'm seeing there. Now, I'm noticing myself holding this card that says surrender now. But I don't feel guided to say surrender this person. But I do feel guided to say that that's something that you need to be aware of, that this person has a higher calling that does include working in this medical field. And it's almost like that's where a lot of their attention is going. So if you're wondering if they're out partying, not partying, this person though, out, seeing other women or messing around, I just don't get that. I think, like, if you're outside of their car, look at you. If you're outside their house in your car looking at their home and seeing them come home late, and you're like, where were they? They were really at work, I have to be honest. And so maybe that's your message here. And so I think Spirit's question is, what role would you like to play in this person's life, and are you okay with having a small percentage of their time? Because as it stands right now, I think that you're probably getting about 23% of their time. And if this is for you, you're going to know exactly who I'm talking about, that it's you. And you're getting only about 23% of their time. And they maybe when you see them, they're drowsy, or, and there's the odd day where they have a day off. And so it's not that they're juggling you and like somebody else. They're just super busy. That's just their life. So I guess the way that the surrender card would come in is probably, and I think maybe somebody may have told you this already, like maybe a mother figure, your mother. I feel like talking to your mother might help you with this, whoever this is. But Spirit is saying, well, you have to think, how comfortable are you, and how much of a percentage of this person's time are you going to be comfortable having and not having, okay? And that's kind of a question you're going to have to ask moving forward, is what they're saying. I think that maybe you may have celebrated events with them, maybe a birthday, maybe Halloween or something like that, and maybe those are days you will have with this person. But think about what your needs are on a more daily basis, okay? Let me take a quick sip, and then we'll jump into the general message for this card. All right, so what I'm seeing with Squirrel Spirit here is that Spirit is saying, believe in yourself, right? It's okay to let things go. As you're creating space, you always want to fill it with thoughtful things about yourself as well. But I'm seeing this surrender now. So I think a lot of us are, excuse me, I think a lot of us are in this place where we're just having to one by one discard things. And some of you may call it spring cleaning, and some of you may actually call it like, oh man, another bill just popped up and I just got this money and I have to pay for this unexpected bill. Whatever it is that you are letting go of or releasing, Spirit is saying go ahead and surrender it. Because look, as this thing is being surrendered outward, notice that there's also this other part. See, it looks like two hands actually. These are the thumbs, left thumb, right thumb. Don't forget that your hands are going to be in other things as well. So this is just about creating space for something big to come in or something else to come in. For some of you it is love, and for just all of you it's some kind of prosperity that comes as soon as you do this release. And as soon as you do this big release, I feel like it's a big release for a lot of you. And some of you may, on a spiritual level, have chosen to do small releases over time. Over the few months. And I'm seeing squirrel person being quite kind of a small releaser, okay? Yeah, so I guess that would be more of what does your spirit want? Do you want to rip the Band-Aid off and give it a big discard, or do you want to kind of take little by little by little? But either way, let it go. Now over here, Spirit is talking about trust, and White Raven Spirit comes in, right? And he says, trust in the magic. This is you. You the viewer. Aw, 6633, cute. You the viewer, just trying so hard. Why I'm seeing those two numbers. You're trying so hard to be in alignment with Spirit. Like, you're just trying. You may not be the 6-6 like the Spirit is, but you're trying to get your threes in a row, right? You're trying to align. Like, what is it that you want me to get rid of? What is it that you want me to do? I'll do it. See, if you look at the mirroring here, you know, our White Raven Spirit represents Spirit. And look how he's perched with his feet neatly on the limb. And look at you trying to be the same with your 3-3 double numbers too. And then it's almost like this looks like the tree. And you're trying to get your little feet on just like that. But you're different. Look at how different you are. To Spirit. Spirit's got it all together, right? But look at their vantage point as well, though. They're up in the air. You're on the ground. So for you, it's going to be a lot harder. You're going to kick up a lot of dust. You are going to be in pain. You are going to be depressed about things. See, the blue, that's like a little bit of depression and sadness. Because we don't like to give up things. Sometimes, guys, sometimes we work so hard to get the things that we have, to get the people that we have, to accumulate and to get the opportunities that we've gotten for ourselves. And it can feel a little bit like a slap in the face when God is then turning around and saying, okay, now you have to release it. And it's like, what? And it can be very, very, very devastating. So if this is your story, then, you know, they see that and they understand, and you know, you're trying to align yourself, but they're saying trust, right? Trust, and just keep doing whatever you can to release, because even though you don't want to release whatever this thing is, and I suspect whoever this person is, once you do that, you'll have a lot more freedom. And it's almost like sometimes we outgrow a situation and we don't even recognize that we've outgrown it. We're so focused on trying to keep going that we don't recognize that the reason why we're struggling so much and we're trying to keep going is because the thing that we used to stand so easily on is no longer able to accommodate us, and we're trying to stay balanced on it instead of just stepping off and realizing that, oh, bing, I'm more free where I am now. And it's a hard pill to swallow, especially when it comes to unrequited love, guys. Trust me, I know. And so I suspect a lot of you guys know as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and draw some cards here, because I would like to see an idea, if Spirit wants to say anything about it, but if they want to, I'd like to get an idea about this, what's coming up in January, because this is not a monthly reading, but it's definitely making some commentary on the months of super late October, November, December, and January. So let me grab some cards here, give a little shuff. Okay. Okay, if there's anything you'd like to say about January. Oops, of course, I'm dropping cards, of course. I'm just going to pause and shuffle. Hold on. Oh, Lord. Oh, okay. Guys, listen, I'm about to hang this up. All right. Now, this is when you know it's not me, because I certainly wouldn't say this. But based on what I'm seeing, because remember I just paused to pull some cards for the month of November, because I just feel like, not November, January, the month of January, dear God. Because, yeah. Listen, okay, so I feel like I called this for January, but you heard the month of November just came out, and like I said, a lot of you on the call may have been releasing something big in the month of November, and if you haven't yet, it's going to be coming in the month of December. For some of you who maybe had your release like late October, between October, like maybe October 25th the earliest, 24th the earliest, or 25th, towards the 31st, maybe you're starting to come into your prosperity already, and maybe that's why I'm having to look this up right now, but for you guys. But what I'm seeing is there was some kind of 10 of Cups situation, or some kind of happy home life or foundation. See, look at how everyone's happy here. This is a past energy, and I think that in the month of November, or starting in October, I'm seeing death and transition. So see how this cute little girl, now I'm seeing that little girl here, God bless, with little roses around her and head. Apparently she's passed on, and here's the mom, and she's passed, like she's mourning the death, right? And so there's some bodies underneath there as well, right? So what I'm seeing is what was once a happy situation or a satisfying situation on an emotional level has now come to an end, and there was, as a result, some kind of walking away. This is the 8 of Cups. This is the card that just fell, by the way, and I was like, card fell. Cards always fall, but anyway. And yes. And so for a lot of you, you may have been left by somebody. They might have abandoned you, rejected you, or you might have left somebody as well, instead. Whatever this is a separation that I'm picking up. This is the loss. This is that big loss that I'm getting. It could have been also the clean sweep. Whatever it was, somebody walked away from this connection that was in past, that used to be emotionally fulfilling on some level. But what I'm seeing is, I kid you not, if this hasn't happened yet, this is spirit coming in to release you from this pain. And so once this pain is released, you have to walk away from it, right? You've got to let it go completely. So obviously you guys may be having a tower moment, or you may have had a tower moment, and you're still in the aftermath, and you're still kind of like wrapped up in it. Somebody left you, things were unrequited, you walked away, and you're still grieving. Whatever this is, and spirit is trying to release you, and that's where we are right now. But for the January energies that I'm getting, or for some of you this energy will be coming in, that's why I was like, ugh, because the minute I turned these 3 cards over here, the song that started playing in my mind is that song, Let's Hang On to What We've Got. You know that song? It goes, let's hang on to what we've got. Don't let it go, girl, we got a lot of love between us. Come on. What is it? Come on. Is that what they say? Oh, hang on to what we've got. Do. Okay, sorry. Yes, maybe the pitch was off, but you guys get it. So that's the song that started playing, and I'm seeing here that the energies for the month of January, for whoever this refers to, is this. All right? This is the Ace of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, and Page of Wands. So I'm seeing that for those of you who may have had a separation of some kind, I feel that, how could I, look, let me read what got earlier. I feel there's going to be a return for some of you. It's like once you go ahead and you make that big chop, so to speak, and then, you know, the energies are cleared out, things happen, I think that you will see how you can see some of these 2 cups, maybe 3. You'll start to rebuild, and you'll eventually have that 9 of cups again. Some of you, this may be a return of that person because we heard that song, right? So I think for some of you, letting go of this person, whoever it was in the past, is going to be the best thing. But I really feel was the best thing, you know, to let them go. But it's almost like, where did I see this? Oops, sorry. I saw it here because I also felt that this person was coming back, because you see this, the way the cards were on the table, my eyes went from here, this person having been sent away or having gone away and now coming back to bring you out of this stress. So, and I, like I said, I heard that song. So for whatever it's worth, I don't know who that message is for, but it's very possible that some of us have been asked to relinquish something so that things could be healed and people could be brought back together. But that doesn't necessarily have to be the case. But I am seeing here that the longer you guys wait to make this cut, the longer or the more difficult it is, because Spirit is looking. This is not the Death card. That we saw the Death card already in this deck. It looks like the Death card, but this is the Death card. This is the 4 of Pentacles card, which means that you're holding on to something too much. And so what happens, and we all know that when we're holding on to something too much and we don't make the new beginning, Spirit comes and they clutch it. They grab it from our clutches, right? And so I feel that the message there is that if you don't relinquish what it is that you're supposed to relinquish and have this, and if you don't have this new beginning, then it will be taken from you and you will have that Tower moment. So anyway, guys, I hope that wasn't too confusing, but that's just the energy that I'm seeing there. Now, I don't want some of you guys to be like, oh great, so he is coming back or she is. Oh my god, guys. Literally, these 2 cards just fell out. See, I'm trying to qualify this and say, I don't want you to think that, just because I'm getting this person will come back and this and that, and then the Ace of Cups comes falling out. Now, for some of you, it could be a person coming back, but clearly for some of you, it's going to be a new beginning in love. Look, new beginning in love. It could be a new start with someone else, but it really could be a new start and a new energy with the same person, okay? So sometimes, you know, if your car doesn't work, you got to send it to the mechanic. And when you send it to the mechanic, there is, you know, it's fixed for the most part. And then you get it back. It's kind of like different. All right, God, is there anything else you'd like to comment for whoever that message is for? Anything else you'd like to comment on that energy there? Okay. Hold on. Okay. Okay. Yeah, they're just they're reiterating here. The 4 of Cups speaks of not wanting to accept something, not wanting to accept an offer, usually an offer of love, right? But using my intuition, what they're trying to say through this card here, because I'm seeing this cute little cloud, it's Spirit, and it's almost like the cloud is like, put that down. He's like, put the cup down, right? That reminds me of that scene, put that coffee down, from Glenn Ross. Remember, he's like, coffee is for closers. I love that part. Anyway, so this is you, and you're not wanting to put down this situation, whatever this situation, whoever this is, in the month of October, November, December, that you need to be releasing. It's like you're trying to still drink from a cup that is not for you to drink from. And the cloud is like, put it down. And notice he's like pouring it out. You're finally pouring it out. So this is the message for those of you who are struggling to let go. And Spirit is, Excuse me, sorry guys. And Spirit is giving you this message. Look at the Ace of Swords, but you don't, look how upset he looks. He doesn't want to accept it, right? He doesn't want to let go of the person. He wants to keep this person around. Look at these three coming to like almost wrestle this sword out of this person's hand. So this is speaking of frustration, like you have to let this go. Whatever we're telling you to surrender, you have to surrender. The third card that came out right on top of that is the World card. This is a good card in a sense, because to me it looks like you finally will surrender it. All right, so remember I drew these cards to clarify this new beginning in love. So in order to have this new beginning in love with either the same person or somebody new, somebody brand spanking new, and it's going to be different for you guys depending on who you are, and that's the realm of a personal reading, you're going to have to give up being stubborn about whatever this thing is. Let it go, because bringing it to a completion is what's going to bring you to this. These two cards are the last two, that came out. Look at this Page of Pentacles offering something, right? And look at this, the Two of Cups working together in partnership. All right, so if you'd like to have that real world offer from somebody, even if it's a small offer, Page of Pentacles could be new love, like budding romance. It could be, if this is the same person, it could be them coming back and you guys, or maybe you going back, if you're the one that left, making a brand new start, starting out small, whatnot. Or maybe the person is a new person altogether, starting out small. Either way, this is going to be like testing the waters, trying it again, seeing that there was a rift before, but trying it again on neutral territory. Whoever this person is, which could be you, or it could be the other person. This person here is the one that was, let's say, the one who felt slighted in the connection. So if you felt slighted in the connection and you left, then that's you. And if the other person left you and you felt slighted, that's you either way. Because I'm seeing this person feeling slighted and kind of maybe being frustrated and being in this mindset where it's like, I'm never going back, I don't want to go back to that ever again. But somehow God is good, and that God brings you, whoever you are, you're going to want to be back there. Okay, you're going to want to entertain this again. And I know it's like people are like, whatever, but guys, if God can move mountains, and listen, we know. So I'm seeing that this other person who comes across as the male energy, but it doesn't have to, is going to be making an offer in the physical. Could be a small offer at first, but it could escalate, because I'm seeing the Two of Wands, right? Look at you guys getting in together. It looks kind of like the Lover's card in some sense, partnership. But this is not going to happen until you guys let this go, whatever that is. Now, remember that while a love relationship is what has chosen to be highlighted, or what was chosen to be highlighted in this reading, guys, it doesn't have to be about love. For some of you guys, it could be about a partnership at work, or even about a contract of some sort. It may be a gift as well, right? It could be anything. So all right, guys, I'm going to end the reading here. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, God, for helping with this reading. Like they said, this is all about releasing, letting go, and making space in your life. And I really do feel this is a cycle that has been spanning late October, and that will continue to January. And I do feel that once that happens, prosperity is going to come in. There's going to be a new start, as we see. And when that new start comes, you're going to be more prosperous, guys. For some of you, it's going to be about the return of an old mate that you had to give up. Very, very possibly the person you gave up now. It really might, you know what it feels like? It feels like this. Like God took this blink from you and went to the workshop and was like this. Fix some buttons, dusted it off, and then January, it's like, here you go. That's kind of what this energy feels like. Getting a clearing, getting a tune-up, both people being pushed apart so you can work stuff out, right? But for some of you, that's a clean sweep, getting rid of somebody altogether, and you can be in a position to meet somebody new, right? So again, I just want to let you guys know, yay, hugs, But also, if you like a personal reading, you know how to get in touch with me. My information's in the box below. I have not been responding to emails for the past few days. It's vacation, yay! Well, actually in Japan there's no such thing as Thanksgiving Day. It just, yeah, that's just what it is. And so I actually had to work on Thanksgiving, but and I have to work on Christmas too, but you know, it is what it is. And but I did take the last 2 days off to kind of observe, so I will be reaching out to you guys soon. All right, thank you so much. Mwah. Bye.